What's up, guys? My name is Robert Fitzpatrick. For those of you tuning in for the first time, this is my channel where I talk about productivity. I'm a productivity coach, help people with time management, and I help them increase the value of their time. So, real quick, before I get into the topic today, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell button so you don't miss any new videos. I try to post at least once or twice a week just to keep you guys updated and just help you guys along your journey. So, today I want to talk about three keys to time management, right? I want to talk about three keys to time management. And if you can master these three keys, then you're going to be in a better place to ultimately get what you want. And so I hear a lot of people talking about time management and why is time management important? They think that time management is just about being somewhere on time. That's not the case. As entrepreneurs, we may need to be at certain appointments at time, but a majority of our time management is going to center around the small tasks that we have to do to accomplish the bigger goals, right? As an entrepreneur, as a business person, if you're reaching for the sky, if you're shooting past the stars, if you have these ambitious goals, you're going to have to break them down into smaller pieces so that you can make steady progress towards those goals. Where many people mess up at is they don't factor in the time it takes, the energy it takes, and what it is that they need to do. And so what ends up happening is many people will start something and everything, and maybe things are going great, but then they actually start getting into the business and they have meetings over here and they need to be over here. And then they promised this person they would do this and they promised that. And they said they would meet this deadline and they take on so much. And what they realize is they're not able to get it done because they're not organized and they're not using their time wisely. And so the way that you can upgrade, when you're in the beginning, when you're starting your business, you may not have many clients. So you may not even think about time management because you're able to just dedicate all your time. But what happens when you have 10 clients? What happens when you have 20 clients? What happens when you have employees now? What happens when you're starting a new project? What happens when you have to step outside of what you're doing and make time for things, right? So the more you have going on, the more important that it is for you to manage your time. And so I'm going to give you three keys that can help you manage your time. One, you need to have a strong why. You need to have a strong why when it comes to managing your time. I hear so many people say, well, I just don't have time. I want to start this business, but I just don't have time. But how did you have time to go out and club over the weekend? How did you have time to go out and spend time with your friends? How did you have time to go and get that Starbucks drink? How do you have time for all of the other things in your life that you say are not actually pushing you towards where you want to be? The reason you have time for those things is because you've made time and you have a reason why. You have a reason why. You ever been around somebody? Let's be real. You ever been around somebody and they always late when it comes to you? But then when it comes to them, suddenly they're able to do what they need to do in order to make it happen, right? When it comes to time management, when you have a strong why and you understand why it is that you're doing it, that's going to make you in certain ways address the issues that you have. It's going to make you want to be motivated and push towards making this happen within the amount of time that you have. Right? There's nothing more motivated. There's nobody who has better time management than a person who's already late for work. Right? If you ever pay attention, someone who's late to work, they start doing things. Okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna take this way and we're gonna do this and and somehow they get there on time. Right? Somehow they get there on time. But when they had 2 hours ahead of time to get ready and stuff, they didn't have a strong enough reason to get things going, to push things. But now that they're late, oh, I don't want to get fired. I don't want to get written up. Now I'm more motivated. In the last minute, they're stressing and doing this and they barely get to the office on time. But imagine if they had that same mindset when they had 2 hours, right? When they had 3 hours to get ready. So having a strong why is very important when it comes to time management. And I have a mindset and clarity workbook if you text Fitz Mindset, it's at the bottom, Fitz Mindset to 22828 for my free clarity and life purpose workbook. There's 2 that will help you gain clarity, and that will help you figure out what it is you actually want in life. Okay. So the second key is to set deadlines. I talk to so many people who they have these goals, and it's like, okay, when are you going to get started? I don't know. When do you want to achieve this by? I don't know. How are you going to achieve something and you don't even have a deadline? You don't even know when it is that you're going to get it done by. And this is something, when it comes to time management, that so many people miss out on, because in school, right, we're just told, okay, do this assignment. And I know in college, right, we would get the assignment in the beginning of the semester and we'd have to have it done at the end. Now, this is good for some people because it's like, okay, I have all this time. But for other people, they don't set deadlines for the small activities that are going to get them to the larger goal. They just know the deadline, but they don't know the deadline of the small activities in between. And this is a problem when it comes to entrepreneurship, is because oftentimes we have to set our own deadlines in order to hit targets that we've made up ourselves. And so as a productivity coach, let's say I want to get 3 new clients by the end of this month, right? See, there's my deadline right there. Okay, I want to get 3 new clients by March 31st, or however many days are in March. March 31st, let's say. I don't know if it's 31 or 30, but let's just say 31st. I want to get 3 new clients by March 31st. Okay, I've set a deadline. Now that I set that deadline, I need to say, okay, what do I do to get the 3 new clients? Okay, I need to post more videos and social media and stuff like that. All right. Every single day, how many videos am I going to post? There's a deadline. So by the end of the day, by 5 p.m., I need to post 2 videos on Instagram and Facebook. There's a deadline. And by the end of the week, every week, I want to have 10 videos, right? Those are deadlines. So many people are not managing their time correctly because they don't set deadlines. And then all of a sudden they do stuff when they feel like it. And then they're rushing. It's not quality. It's not broken down into smaller steps. And so everything is all over the place and you're not as productive. So setting deadlines will really help you manage your time, because now you have to organize what it is you're trying to do within a certain time frame. When you just give yourself all the time, you don't have to do the hard work of organizing it and making it done, or scheduling it and saying, okay, from 11 to 1 p.m., I'm going to do this work and make sure it gets done. Right. So first we have a strong why and set deadlines. Now, the third key to success, and this might be the most important, or the third key to time management, is prioritizing tasks. I'll say this once, and all activities in your business and in your life are not equal. They're not equal. But this goes back to having a strong why, because if you understand why you're doing it, then you can prioritize the tasks that are going to get you closer to your why. People try to organize, or people try to prioritize everything. They try to make everything their number one priority, and then they get nothing done. They treat time management as a zero-sum game. They say, okay, well, if I can't do everything, then I'm not going to do anything. If I can't do everything, I'm not going to do anything. What I challenge you to do is write down 1 or 2 priorities, 1 or 2 things that you need to get done every single day for your business, and focus on those and forget everything else, right? At least until you get those 2 things done. Focus, prioritize. When you prioritize the things that are actually going to help you grow, like for instance, I have a real estate business. And in my real estate business, I know that I need to reach out and talk to a certain amount of people, new people every single day, in order to grow my business. So my number one priority is talking to new people in that business, every single day. That's my number one priority. And if I'm not talking to new people, okay, if I get a client, if I get somebody that's ready to do something now, that becomes my number one priority in that moment, right? But if I say, okay, if somebody calls me and say, hey, I want to go look at a property today, and I say, you know what, I'll be able to show it to you in 2 weeks. Right? I'll get back to you in 2 weeks. Do you think they're gonna wait for me for 2 weeks? No, they're gonna go find somebody else. So in that case, I need to know how to prioritize. I need to know what to prioritize in my business. So if I'm not going and doing showings or writing contracts, those are number one. Then I need to be reaching out to people, right? And in your business and in your life, whatever your goal is, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you need to understand that in order to get where you want to get to, you're going to have to figure out what you need to do to prioritize, and then prioritize those things that are going to take you to the next level, and be okay with the things that you didn't get or you didn't do or whatever. Right? So it's definitely a process. And this is why I say it's important to have a coach. Man, look, I help people become more productive and increase the value of their time. That's what I do. If you think that you would benefit from better time management, if you think that you would benefit from, being more productive, prioritizing, figuring out what it is you need to do, the daily activities, being held accountable, man, hit me up. Text Fitz Mindset to 22828. Subscribe to the channel. I'm also on Instagram at Fitz Mindset. I really hope y'all got some value. Let me know what you think of the video in the comment section. Also, go check out my my other videos on defining your why, and I'll even put it at the end of this video, so you can click on it. But I hope this added value. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.